my face. So I have in my positivity mug, can you see that? Can you see that? Oh yes, oh yes. I actually have a hot chocolate, so it's a positive hot chocolate, I guess. Anyway, I'm staying positive, and this is my reminder to stay positive. But I thought I'd give you a rundown of what's happened today. So it's now the 20th. My last video I filmed on the 18th of April. It's now the 20th. Now, yesterday I went into work. Probably wasn't a good idea, guys. Probably wasn't a good idea. I started to get the migraine part of this, and I did start to get a headache just around here. Which, yeah, it was just not very nice. So I wrote it out and I went with the flow just to see how it went. And I managed to get to 1 o'clock and I decided, no, I need to go home. I said to my manager that I needed to go home, and he said, yes, off you go. And yeah, so I come home. I finished my last bit of work because I can work from home. So I done a little bit more work when I got home. And then I KO'd on the sofa. I had my hoodie wrapped, like the arm of it, wrapped around my head so that I didn't see the light, basically. Which, yeah, it was okay. Like, I just tried to relax. I didn't necessarily want to go to sleep because I didn't feel like I did need a sleep. But I knew that my body needed to rest. So I just kind of closed my eyes and laid on the sofa while the other half had a shower. And then he said that we were going to take the dog out. I can't say the word because she'll go mad. But yeah, he said that we'll take her out, and I just stayed on the sofa. He took her out, and I just, yeah, monged out and just chilled and tried to relax and, you know, woosah, all of that. Anyway, I need to drink some of this because it's going to get cold. It's really hard to drink and eat and everything. I don't even know why I made this whilst I am recording, because you guys get to see firsthand how I dribble when I drink because of my face. Anyway, guys, so after yesterday, I was like, okay, I need to speak to the doctors. So I actually did call the doctors yesterday. And I said to them, you know, I've had this, I went to A&E Monday, blah, 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 blah. You've heard the story, I don't need to go there. But I told them all about it, and they were like, okay, so we don't have any appointments today. But if you're still really concerned, call 111, go back to A&E. Or you can just call us back in the morning if you're not too concerned. So I thought, okay, well, like I said in my previous video, the feeling is the same as the migraine. So I kind of thought that it was just that. So I thought, okay, well, I'll just take it on my stride and I'll see how I am in the morning. I'll give the doctors a call then. Because hopefully it'll be gone. No, it's not. So anyway, I called them this morning at 8 o'clock. Bang on the dot, literally. I was like waiting for the clock to tick over. It didn't even tick over, and I just called like the last minute before, at 59, should I say. So I did. I called them. I spoke to them. I was 19 in the queue though, so I was on the phone for about half an hour just waiting to speak to someone. Eventually did speak to someone. They asked me what it was about, blah, blah, blah. Got an appointment at 9:20, which was like an hour and 20 minutes away. I was like, oh my God, this is awesome. Like, great. I was expecting them to say, oh, sorry, we haven't got any more appointments today. So, you know, you're just going to have to wait until wait until tomorrow. So I got an appointment. I was really pleased about that. So I went to the doctors. I'd specifically asked to see a female doctor just purely because, unfortunately, it's really sad that, you know, men can't understand us women. You know, we're complicated creatures. We have hormones and we have, you know, weird things happening in our bodies that men just don't comprehend. They just don't understand what's actually going on. So anyway, so when I went to A&E, I did see a male doctor. And when I mentioned that I'd had a coil fitted, he really wasn't really interested. He was just like, oh yeah, okay, that's fine. And it wasn't like, you know, so a little bit of context here, okay. hormones can cause migraines in women, right? Now, I'm not saying this is specifically just women, because it may be men as well. I'm not entirely sure. But for women, it can be a contributing factor that can cause these migraines. So me being me, I've put 2 and 2 together. I've literally just had a coil fitted 2 weeks ago, and I've now got essentially a numb face, and I don't know what the fuck's going on. So I put that 2 and 2 together, and I just thought, well, okay, I'm having hormones put into my uterus right now by a little fucking hook. So let's just say that that might be what's causing this. So I wasn't necessarily wrong in thinking that. So anyway, I went to the doctor. I got a female doctor. I made sure that I asked for a female doctor to make sure they understand where I'm coming from. A little bit of mutual ground there, right? I got there and she was like the best doctor I've ever seen. She was just so loving and such like a mumsy doctor. I explained what had happened. I went through everything that had happened previous to this with the coil being fitted, which is a whole nother video. So I'm gonna put that out to you guys. Just really for a bit of awareness of what us women have to go through, like just to have a healthy sex life. Whole nother video, we'll go there another time. So I had the coil fitted, I explained all of that, and I explained that, you know, I have got tendencies for my hormones to be up and down like this, all over the place. And I explained everything to her, and she said, so by the sounds of things, your body has been through a lot in the last year. So again, bit of backstory. I had HPV. I was diagnosed with HPV probably about 2 or 3 years ago. It was literally my second smear test that I'd ever had, and it come back as abnormal. And obviously no women out there want to have that letter that says, yeah, your cells are different, you need them looked at. Because it's, I mean, a smear test in itself is not necessarily a nice experience, but it's one that we have to do. It's a necessity to keep ourselves healthy. So, you know, we go through it because we have to keep ourselves healthy. So anyway, I had this diagnosed. Again, I'm going to go into this in another video because it's a long friggin' story. So yeah, just hold tight for that. But I had to have the LETS procedure, which was an awful procedure. It made my knees buckle. It was just, it was disgusting, right? Again, another story. And my whole body has, like, so this is all happening around here, guys. This is all happening around my little, like, my little treasure box, if you like. And I just don't know. No, that sort of stuff's not supposed to happen down there. What are you doing? That's kind of how I felt after this. I felt like a little bit of my womanhood had been dented, and it was like, you know, physical as well as mental. So anyway, I've been through that, and I've had like 2 different jobs over the course of the last year and a half or so. And I've also had the coil fitted, which again was not a nice experience. My body has basically just gone, no, you can't do this anymore. You can't do this anymore. So then it sent me into a migraine, which has, the doctor enlightens me, is BELLS palsy, which is just like, all right, okay. So my face is going to be a little bit sunk on this side for, well, how long's a piece of string? Don't really know how it's going to go. So we're just going to sit here and just let you know how it goes step by step, and yeah, see how it is. But today, I mean, again, like I say to you, when I drink, I like dribble. I have to like drink with a, you know, like a sippy cup. Like the coffee cups that you get, yeah. I have to drink one of those because drinking it out of a cup is really ridiculous, and I don't even know why I thought it would be a good idea. It's because of the cup. It's because of the cup, because it says positivity, and I'm all about positivity. So I figured, you know, I'll have that in my video because it would be really cute. And I get to have my comfort drink, which is my hot chocolate, my frothy hot chocolate. I couldn't even say that then. See, this lip is just doing my head in. My tongue is doing my head in because it's just not letting me get the words out. And I keep tripping over. I can't even fucking laugh. But I keep tripping over my tongue, and it's just like, oh my God. I have to like pronounce words. Occasionally I have to like pronounce words twice just to make sure I get it out right. But hey, this is me now, apparently. So I'm going to rock it until, yeah, it stops. But just to give you some kind of like idea of what Bell's palsy is. So it is in the stroke family. However, it's a temporary thing. So for me, it's not a hereditary thing. So I said in my last video about the friend I used to work with who had it because his one of his parents had it. And one of his grandparents had it. So it was, you know, it was fed down the line, and unfortunately he was the one that, you know, was unlucky and got the gene. Whereas for me, this is purely because of the physical and emotional trauma that I've been through throughout everything that I've gone through the last year and a half, which has led to this. So essentially my mind has just gone, no, it's too much. Like you just need to rest. You need to rest. And it's done this to make me go, okay, I need to rest, essentially. So this is my body talking to me and saying, you've had too much go on down there. You need some time to just, you know, get back to where I was before all of this. So, I mean, I had, I don't even know what I was going to say then, guys. I was going to tell you about HPV, but then what's the point in telling you about HPV when I'm going to tell you in another video? But Bell's palsy, this is what I'm trying to tell you about. So, Bell's palsy, like, I don't really know a hell of a lot about it at this point. I was under the impression that it was hereditary and that you got it down the line. But that's not the case, because this is like a coping mechanism that my body has done to kind of make me go, no, that I just need to slow down. I just need to stop, you know, putting like all my effort into everything that I do, because I'm just wearing myself out. And it doesn't help that obviously all of these things that I've been through in the last year, it's kind of just compounded it and it's come out this way. So this was what the doctor enlightened me on. They, you know, they said to me that, you know, these are just one of these things where when you're dealing with so many different aspects of life and it's all just getting on top of you, and you're having physical trauma as well as emotional trauma to deal with, and you're trying to process that as well. Like, you know, things like this you can't just process overnight. It's not something that just goes, yeah, all right, that's that, and we can move on. It's not. It's, especially with this sort of thing, ladies, I don't know if you've ever been through this, but if you have, oh my God, like having HPV, going through the Let's procedure, having the biopsy, going through having a coil fitted, you know, all of these things, they are all traumas. They're not only traumas to your body physically, but they're also traumas to your emotional well-being. And you end up feeling like, you just feel depleted. That's what you feel. You feel completely depleted and like, oh, you just have to roll with it, you know, and you just have to keep going and keep going and keep going and keep going. And then it gets to that point, which is the point I'm at now, where your body just goes, no, what are you doing? Like, you need to slow the fuck down and chill. Take that time for yourself. You know, I'm the first person to say a little bit of self-care goes a long way, and it really does. And I've been doing that. But I feel like I've been lapsing, guys. I do, actually, now, when I think about it. I do feel like I've been not as hot on it as I usually am. So at least 3 or 4 times a week, I will have, you know, an hour, 2 hours, maybe, you know, in the bath, or I'll do a face pack, or do my nails, or I'll do something that's for me and that I want to do. And these videos as well, this is kind of my self-care too, because I really enjoy doing this. So I do this because, you know, I feel like, I don't know, but I feel like I have to give back in order to give back to me as well. to share my philosophies, if you like, and to share my my life and what's going on. I just think it's a nice way to have that self-care, I think, because you can talk about it, you can process things and talk to an audience, you guys, and it helps. It really does. It's very much like therapy when I'm sitting here having these conversations with you, because this is me, this is who I am, and like, you know, I'm not hiding behind anything when I'm talking to you. So yeah, I just hope you enjoy it, and I hope you like it, and I hope you like anything that I'm doing, but you know, it's just one of them. Anyway, I'm having a drink, hang on. Positivity. Guys, seriously, I don't know if you can see this. This is me smiling. Hi. Hi. Oh, thanks. Thanks, baby. Cheers. But yeah, so you can kind of see where the drippy bit is. Yeah. Drippy. And it is really irritating. But guys, yeah, I hope you enjoyed this. And let me know if you know about Bell's palsy, if you've got any, I don't know, any advice for me or anything at all, just anything. If you've got any stories about Bell's palsy, if you know anybody that's had it, and they can relate, you know, maybe this is something that they would want to watch, you know, I don't know. I just wanted to put this out, guys, just so that you can get an understanding, you can get an understanding of like how your physical and emotional like well-being affects one another. Because, you know, there's a lot of things that go on in your life, and when it's sort of like you've got this going on, you've got that going on, and you've got like your medical stuff, and then you've got like all of your family stuff that's going on, and then you've got like all your work stuff that's going on, and it's like, okay, yeah, so I have to put these hats on. And like take them off. But sometimes I like stack them up, and it's like, oh no, just don't do that, because it hurts my head, and then I end up like this apparently. So yeah, I just wanted to show you really what it's like to be in my shoes for this week. So yeah, but I'll probably make an update on this just to let you know like how it's going, because I don't know, like I say, how long this is going to be, but yeah, hope you enjoyed it, and yeah, I guess I'll see you soon. Thanks a lot, guys. Make sure you take care of yourselves, and I will see you real fucking soon.